Everyone's been to our website, right?
Yes.
All right. What about Pointbuzz?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
All right, good. So you've heard GateKeeper. All right, so I can skip through the first few chapters here. You know, we came up with GateKeeper because I really always wanted to put something at the front of the park. I mean, right at the front of the park, and say, "Welcome to the world's greatest amusement park." And so we came up with this idea working with B&M. We actually did it at IAPA, our trade show down in Orlando. We sat in his booth and I said, "Walter, I know what you have in your portfolio. I know what you've been trying to sell for years. What's new? What's next?" And he came out with Wing Coaster. It was tested in Gardenland, as you know. They took our name after. That's fine. That's fine. You know, if they have a good day, don't steal it too. I mean, they're different, right? So, and I said, "How's it going?" We checked with Merlin. Almost zero downtime. And so here's this new concept. He already had a couple more in the works. But I said, "Walter, you know, describe it. What are you thinking about?" And he said, "You know, when I'm in a plane and I'm in the cabin, I always look out at the wing. And that's where I want to be. I want to be out there to see what that's like." And I said, "We're going to have to come up with a new restraint for that one." And so that's what was in Walter's head when he did the Wing Coaster. Instead of being over the rail or under the rail, he wanted to get out further. And if you can imagine that fulcrum, how much more dynamic that creates in any of your rotational forces. And it's just a whole new way of thinking about design. And so I think this is a hot topic for parks. So I'm glad that we could hop onto that wave and take his brilliance of that. But the way that we incorporated it in the park, as you know, and we're going to head over there, is we wanted to open up all the views to the lake for the park to not wall it off. When you're in the park, it's such a beautiful place. We really wanted to explore that, accelerate, have that moment. And then we wanted to get across the front of the park. And believe it or not, I came here in '99, and my first job to really go was to redesign the front gate. Well, 13 years later. So that's the statement we wanted, you know, combine the look, get a great coaster, and then do this. And the keyhole element, you know, it's been done, but our way of doing it is to come through, and as you know, you're coming right at this narrow slot. Boom, and you're out here on the wing, and you're just looking right at it. The thing is, you're coming off the poker and then you're righting yourself, and you're like, wow, you know, this is the beam on Gemini, you know, where everyone's being duck. So on this one, though, you're going to go straight vertical, slot through, and do a complete 180, and go through the other side. So I can't wait to do that.
Oh yeah.
But when we were building it, you know, every inch of the track goes through a very meticulous engineering phase. That's done in Switzerland. That's Walter's group at B&M. And we have to take that data, and we had to match up exactly where he was going to be in that position as he's clocking around at every frame to make sure that we got this right. And it was hard. I'll tell you, we put about 2 to 3 months just on that element alone, just to make sure it's going to be in the right spot. The challenge is being, he was going to provide those type of columns, the round columns, grab the track as he needs to do, and we were going to build the keyholes around it. So think about that. What do we do with our rides? We inspect them every day. And then we need to do longer term maintenance, preventive maintenance, like every month. And then every year it goes through a whole other cycle of stuff. And if I were to build a building around his columns, we'd have to occupy the building. Our maintenance crew would have to climb ladders, catwalks, daily, look at bolts, torque, welds, look for cracks, and I couldn't do it. I'm like, this isn't going to work. So what we did was we went back to Walter and we said, what if you do this design and you hold up the wire? So everything you see is his tower that we can inspect visually from the outside. We can get in it if you want. Anyone want to go in there? But, yeah, I know, but it's a daily thing and it's a job. I don't know. So anyway, that's really how we came up with that piece. We wanted to come through, really celebrate the moment, do something really big. And as I always, when I watch a Super Bowl game or a big event or a big sporting event, and our military flies over right at the end of the Star Spangled Banner, I mean, here's the back to my chills. come to my eyes. I'm not sure if we've got that here, but that was the inspiration. So,
hey guys, we're going to keep things moving this way. Really quickly though, I could probably take just a few questions for Rob, maybe 3 questions. There will be other opportunities later on to ask questions, so don't feel like this is the only chance you'll have. Any questions right now? How many days a week do they work? They're out there at least six days a week.
6, we could go to 7, but I think we're doing okay on schedule.
Yes.
I'm an architect. I mean, look, all coaster people are engineers. And I don't know how it happened, but I started working on urban design, planning, architecture, met some guys. They're doing Universal Studios in Florida, fell in love with the process, and kept going. So I help on the front end, I make sure it fits into the park, and I let the really intelligent people make sure it works.
We can take one more question for Rob. Anybody have a good question for Rob here before we keep moving? Yes.
When this testing started, we just powered up yesterday. We got our transformers fired. The trains that you just saw, we can assemble those in 2 days and put them on the track. We're hoping early April that it's going to be on the track and we can do a circuit. That's our goal. April 3rd is the date. I think we're on target for that. It gives us plenty of time to find the train. So we're right there. You'll meet Augie.